Knowledge Co-Creation Program, Group and Regions, General Information on Flood Disaster Risk Reduction, JFY 2024. Course number is course period in Japan from September 26, 2024 to September 13th, 2025. This information pertains to one of the JICA Knowledge Co-Creation Program Group and region focus of the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, which shall be implemented as part of the official development system to the government of Japan based on bilateral agreement between both governments. The Japanese cabinet released the development cooperation chapter in June 2023, which stated in its development cooperation, Japan has maintained the spirit of jointly creating things that suit partner countries while respecting ownership's intention and intrinsic characteristic of the country concerned based on field-oriented approach through dialogue and collaborations. It has also maintained the approach of building reciprocal relationship with developing countries in which both sides learn from each other and grow and develop together. JICA believes that this knowledge co-creation program will serve as foundations of mutual learning process. 1. Concept. Background. A natural hazard becomes a disaster when the affected country or region lacks of the coping capacity. In recent years, flood disasters have been increasing in numbers as well as in scale. This particular so in developing countries due to this lack of ownership with vision, political will, coping capacities, and resources. The resulting social and economic damages in such cases are likely to worsen with climate change. In order to address this program and to plan sustainable developments in developing countries, there is an urgent need to nurture leaders and experts of flood disaster mitigation who can plan and implement management measures such as preparedness, response, recovery, and rehabilitations. Japan has a wealth of experience in coping with managing many kinds of natural disasters, including floods, and therefore it is in a position to assist and transfer knowledge and expertise which can contribute to the development process of needed countries. This program aims to train experts with the hope that they in turn will transfer the knowledge gains to the next level professional, thereby upgrading the human resources capacities of developing countries. For what? This program aims to develop the participants' capacity to practically manage and mitigate damages to flood disasters and to contribute for socio-economic and environmental improvements at regional and national levels in developing countries in which suffer from them consistently. From whom? This program is provided to technical officials, engineers, and researchers who are expected to be core human resources in the organization. Participants are expected to become independent investigators in the areas of integrated flood disaster management, who are equipped with the most advanced technical and legal know-how to enhance the basic understanding of the challenges of flood risk and to translate this knowledge back to practical flood disaster reduction strategies, including poverty reductions and promotion of sustainable development at local, national, and regional level. How? Participants shall have opportunities in Japan to acquire knowledge of techniques of flood disaster risk reduction through lectures, discussions, exercises, one-site visits, etc. Participants will also formulate master theses on the course report describing what the participant learned and what participants will do after they go back to their home countries by putting the knowledge and ideas acquired and discussed in Japan into their ongoing activities. Remark, the curriculum of this program is approved as a master's degree program by the National Graduate Institute of Policy Studies, GRIPS, and the Public Works Research Institute, PWRI. GRIPS program, Disaster Management Policy Program, Water-Related Disaster Management course. Completing all graduation requirements during the training, the participant will be awarded a master's degree, Master of Disaster Management by GRIPS and PWRI. According to this program, is very demanding. Applicants with an excellent demonstrable educational and professional background should be highly motivated to confident enough to pursue to and attain the requirements of the program so that they can obtain the degree. 2. Descriptions. Title, course number, flood disaster risk reduction, this is the number. Course duration in Japan, September 2026 of 2024 to September 13, 2025. Target regions of countries, Bangladesh, Brazil, Fiji, Indonesia, Mexico, Nepal, Pakistan, Peru, Philippines, Sri Lanka, and Timor-Leste. Eligible target organization. This program is designed for government organizations concerning river management or flood disaster. 5. Course capacity, upper limit of participants, 12 participants. 6. Language, English. 7. Objectives, the participants' capacity to practically manage and mitigate damages of flood disasters in developing countries which suffer from them consistently is enhanced. 8. Overall goal, the damage of flood disasters is reduced by planning and implementing the countermeasures of flood disasters in the countries. 9. Output and content. This course consists of the following components. Details of each component are given below. 1. Primary phase of participants' home country. Participants make required preparation for program in the respective countries. Activities, submissions, and assignments, formulation and submission of inceptions, report presentation material. 2. Phase in Japan. Participants attend to the program implemented in Japan. Outputs to be able to explain basic concepts and theory of generation process of flood disaster hazard risk evaluation, disaster risk management policy and technologies. Subjects, agendas tentatives, basic concept of integrated flood risk management, IFRM, outline of integrated flood risk management, disaster management cycle, basic concepts of IFRM, methodology, lecture, urban flood plan management and flood hazard mapping, outline of disaster prevention countermeasures, local disaster emergency plan, non-structural countermeasures in Japan, early warning system, flood hazard maps, lecture exercise. Disaster management policies, A, from regional infrastructure aspect, social system against disasters, education on basic knowledge for disaster, policy for infrastructure, policy making process for disaster, lecture presentation and discussion. Disaster management policies, B, from urban and community aspect, basic issues of disaster management policies, urban disaster management policies in Japan, lessons from past large disasters in the world, policies and regulations to secure building safety, lecture presentation and discussions, site visit of water-related disaster management practice in Japan, field trip, to be able hydrology lecture, to be able to explain basic concepts and theory of flood countermeasures, including landslide and debris flow, hydrology, climate system and water cycles, hydrological process in situ observation and modeling, remote setting of hydrology, water resources, planet and management lecture. Hydraulics, fundamentals, advections and diffusions, general transportation equations, lecture exercise. Fluid hydraulics and river climate channel design lecture, outline of rivers in Japan, fundamental mechanics of fluid flows, acidic quasi-two-dimensional analysis of fluid flow, mechanics of sediment transportation and channel changes, mechanics of sediment transportation regional morphology lecture, countermeasures for landslides and debris flow, lecture and exercise, introduction to SABO projects, countermeasures for sediment-related disasters, hazard mapping for sediment-related disasters, computer programming, programming language, numerical computation, lecture exercise, practice on GIS and remote sensing technique, geographic information system GIS, advanced remote sensing, lecture exercise, practice in integrated fluid analysis system IFIS, rainfall runoff inundation modeling, runoff analysis with IFAS, advanced sediments runoff modeling, advanced hydrological model, lectures and exercise, socioeconomic environmental aspects of sustainability-oriented flood management, outline of socioeconomic and environmental aspects, methodology of risk assessment, socioeconomic impacts of disasters, lecture, practice of open channel hydraulics, hydraulic phenomena, uses of experimental instrumentation, the methodology of flow discharge measurements, lecture and exercise. To formulate the countermeasures to solve the problems and issues concerning flood disaster in their countries for applying techniques of knowledge acquired through the program, individual study, formulation of master thesis. Participants will make a master's thesis based on knowledge and techniques acquired through lectures, discussion, exercises, and field trips in the program. Discussion and presentation. Structure of the course. Topic outline subject to minor changes. 1. Preliminary phase. After receiving the notice of acceptance, each participant has to make and submit an inception report, presentation material, and assignment materials of review fundamental subjects, example math and hydrology necessary for master's level coursework. 2. Core phase in Japan. This program consists of lecture, exercise and discussion, presentation, field trip, and individual study. This course schedule is shown in figure 1. These are lecture exercises, individual study, non-degree exercise, action plan. We have interim presentation, insertion, first, second, third, fourth, and final. Deadline of thesis, submission to supervision, submission to groups. Field trip, we still have the trip. Figure 1, course schedule in Japan. 3. Eligibility and procedures. 1. Expectation to apply in organization. This course is designed primarily for organizations that intended to address specific issues or problems identified in their operation. Applying organizations are expected to use the program for those specific purposes. 2. This course is enriched with contents of facilitation schemes, especially developed in collaboration with relevant prominent organizations in Japan. The special features enable the course to meet the specific requirements of applying organization and effectively facilitate them towards solution for the issues and problems. 2. Nominee qualifications. Applying organizations are expected to select nominees who met the following qualification. 1. Be nominated by the governments and in accordance with the procedures described in 3.4. 2. Be technical officials, engineers, or researchers who have 3 or more years of experience in the field of river management or through disaster in governmental organizations. 3. Be university graduates, preferably civil engineer, water resource management, or disaster mitigation related departments. 4. Be proficient in basic computer skills. 5. Have a components commands of spoken reading English. Admission priority would be given applications to have the TOEFL IBT score of 94 or higher, or IELTS academic of 6.0 or higher. Program includes active participation in discussion developing the action plan and master thesis. Does require high competence of English ability both in conversational and composition. Please attach an official certificates of English ability such as TOEFL or IELTS. See Annex 1 checklist. 5. 6. Health must be in good health to participate in the program in Japan. To reduce the risk of worsening symptoms associated with respiratory tract infection, please be honest to declare the medical history, questionnaire, or medical status restriction to the application form. You having a patient of following illnesses: hypertension, diabetes, cardiovascular illness, heart failure, chronic respiratory illness. Say between 25 and 42 years of age of October 1st, 2024. 8. Gender equality and women's empowerment. Women are encouraged to apply to the program. JICA is committed to promoting gender equality and women's empowerment and provides the equal opportunity for all applicants regardless of their sexual orientation or gender identity. 3. Required documents for applications. 1. Application form. The application form is available at the JICA Overseas Office of the Embassy in Japan. If you have any difficulties, disabilities which require assistance, please specify necessary assistance in the questionnaire on medical status restriction 1C. Of the application form, information will be reviewed and used to reasonable accommodations. 2. Application materials and for GRIPS PWR Master's Program. The entire curriculum of this program is approached as Master Degree Program by GRIPS and PWRE. Therefore, each applicant is required to prepare and submit all of the following materials for admission to GRIPS PWRE's Master's Programs as written in Annex 1. Application for admission in GRIPS PWRI for Master's Programs: 1 clear photograph of your face, 30 and 40 millimeters, 2 letters of recommendations, certificates of employment, official transcripts of academic record and graduation degree certificates, official evidence of English ability, statements of purpose. Please note that an applicant will not be registered as an applicant until we have received all of the above materials. Please carefully review the information in Annex 1. 3. Inception report. Each applicant must prepare an inception report on the present situation of his or her organization problems related to his or her own job. It must typewritten in English, no more than 6 pages, 12-point font, double-page A4 size paper, and the required format in C Annex 2. The inception report will be used only for screening purposes and training materials, only if applicant is selected. 4. Photography of passports to be submitted to the application form if you possess your passport, which you can carry with entering your this program. If not, you are requested to submit its photography as soon as you obtain it. Photography should include the following: name, date of birth, nationality, sex, passport number, and expiry date. 4. Procedure for application and selections. 1. Submission of the application documents. Close date for application. Please confirm the local deadline with the JICA Overseas Office in the Embassy of Japan. All required material must arrive at JICA Center in Japan by April 5th, 2024. Selections. 1. After receiving the documents through the administrative procedures in the respective government, the respective country's JICA office of the Embassy of Japan will conduct screenings and send the documents JICA Tsukuba, which organizes this program. JICA Tsukuba will carry out the screening jointly with PWRI and decide the past application of those who fulfill the set of occupation described above in 3.2. 3. Some of the applicants may be requested to take the oral interview by telephone or TV conference, system in the respective country's JICA office. The cost transportation to the received country's JICA office for receiving an interview will be paid by applicant. 4. A committee which consists of GRIPS and PWRI will screen the above qualified applicants academically with the application materials such as official transcripts. 5. The applicants who are accepted to participate in this program will be decided by the Economic Council groups finally by the end of July 2024. In case the number of applicants is more than the capacity of the course, some applicants might not be accepted due to the limited number of seats, even though they fulfill the requirements. The government of Japan will examine applicants who belong to the military or other military-related organizations or who are enlisted in the military, taking into considerations of their duties, position, and organization and other relevant information in a comprehensive manner to be consistent with the Development Cooperation Chapter of Japan. 3. Notice of acceptance. The JICA Overseas Office of the Embassy of Japan will notify the results no later than July 26, 2024. Acceptance agreements will be sent from GRIPS by email together with the official's admission letter soon after the notice of acceptance. 5. Condition for participation. The participants who of KCCP are required: 1. To strictly oversee the course schedule. 2. Not to change their tickets and flight costs and flight schedule arranged by JICA and lodging by the participants themselves. 3. To understand that leaving Japan during the course periods to return to home country, etc., is not allowed except to prolong longer than 1 year. 4. Not bring to or invite any family members except for programs longer than 1 year. 5. To carry out such instructions and abide such conditions as may be stipulated of both nominant government and Japanese government in respect of the course. 6. To oversee the rules of regulations to the program implementing partners to provide the programs or establishments. 7. Not to engage in political activities or any form of employment for profit. 8. To discontinue the program should the participant violate the Japanese laws or JICA regulations, or the participants commit illegal or immoral conduct or get critical illness or serious injury, to be considered unable to continue the course. The participant shall be responsible for paying any cost for treatment of the said health condition except medical care stipulated in 3 of 5 expenses and for administrative arrangements. 9. To return the total amount or part of the expenditure of the KCCP depending on the severity of such violations should the participants violate the laws and ordinances. 10. Not to drive a car or motorbike regardless of an international driver license possessed. 11. To observe the rules and regulations at the place of participants' accommodations. And 12. To refund allowances and other benefits paid by JICA in the case of change of schedule. 6. Certificate and master's degree. Participants who have successfully completed the program will be awarded certificates by JICA. Participants who have successfully completed the graduation requirement will be awarded with master's degree, Masters of Disaster Management by GRIPS and PWRI. 7. Administrative arrangements. 1. Organizer, JICA Center of Japan. 1 Center, JICA Tsukuba Center, JICA Tsukuba. 2. Program Officer, Mr. Otome Nemoto. This is his email. 2. Implementing Partner, 1. International Center of Water Hazard and Risk Mitigation, ICHIRM, IARM, under the auspices of UNESCO, Public Works Research Institute, PWRI. 1. His URL. 2. Address, this is in Japan. Telephone, fax, email. Remark. ICHIRM was established in March 2006 based on the agreement between the Japanese government and UNESCO. Hosted by the PWRI, ICHIRM missions is to be the center of excellence to provide and assist implementation of the best practical strategies and to localities and nations to water-related disasters. PWRI in the renowned practice of research institute serving for more than 100 years since its establishment, where 81 is the country code for Japan and 29 is the local area code. 2. National Graduate Institute for Policy Studies, GRIPS, is the link, address, telephone, mail. Remark. GRIPS is a graduate school of research institutes established in October 1997. GRIPS aims to be an international center of excellence of education of future leaders in policy arena, advancements, policy research, and collection of dissemination of policy-related information, where 81 is the country code for Japan and 3 is the local area code. 3. Travel to Japan. 1. Air ticket. In principle, JICA will arrange an economy class round-trip ticket between an international airport designed by JICA and Japan. 2. Travel insurance. Coverage is from time of arrival up to departure of Japan. The traveling time outside Japan, including damaged baggage, during the arrival flight to Japan will not be covered. 4. Accommodation in Japan. Basically, JICA will arrange the following accommodations for participants in Japan. JICA Center Tsukuba, address, where 81 is the country of code for Japan and 29 is the local area. Please refer to facility information of JICA Tsukuba at URL. If there is no vacancy at JICA Tsukuba, JICA will arrange alternative accommodation for the participants. 5. Expenses. Following expenses will be provided by JICA. 1. Allowances for accommodation, meals, living, expenses, outfit, and shipping. 2. Expenses for study tours, basically in the form of train tickets. 3. Free medical care for participants who became ill or after arriving in Japan. Costs related to pre-existing illness, pregnancy, or dental treatment are not included. 4. Expenses of program implementation, including materials. 5. For more details, please see 3 allowances of the brochure for participants titled Kenshu in Guidebook, which will be given before departure for Japan. The curriculum of this program is approved as a master's degree program by GRIPS and PWRI. The application fees, admission fee, and tuitions for the master's degree program will be provided by PWRI. Link to JICA HP English, French, Spanish, Russian. This is the link. 6. Pre-departure orientation. A pre-departure orientation will be held in the respective country's JICA office or at the Japanese embassy to provide participants with details on travel to Japan, conditions of the workshops, and other matters. YouTube of Knowledge Co-Creation Program and Life in Japan and installation to JICA Center are viewable from the link below. Image videos of International JICA Center YouTube showing following information at JICA Center's location, building, entrance, reception, front desk, lobby, office, accommodation room, amenities, hand dryer, bathroom, shower, and toiletries, restaurants, laundry room, washing machine, iron, ICT room, computer for participants, clinic, cash dispenser, gym, neighborhood. Part 1, Knowledge Co-Creation Program and Life in Japan. Here's the link. And Part 2, Introduction for JICA Center in Japan, JICA Tsukuba. Here's the other link. 5. Other information. 1. Computer. The participants are recommended to bring own laptop, notebook, computers to prepare to the presentation slides and to communicate it by email. 2.
Relevant data for flood disasters in participants' country. The participants are strongly recommended to bring the relevant data for flood disasters in their countries in their laptop, notebook, computers for preparing for the presentation slides. 3. For the promotions of mutual friendship, JICA Tsukuba encourage international exchange between JICA participants and local communities, including schools and university students as part of the development education program. JICA participants are expected to contribute by attending such activities and will possibly be asked to make presentations on the society, economy, and culture of their home countries. 4. Bring some cash. Allowances such as accommodation, living, clothing, and shipping allowances will be deposited to participants' temporary bank account in Japan after 2 to 5 days after their arrival in Japan. It is advisable that participants bring some cash and exchange it at the airport in order to recover necessary expenses for the first few days. It's very important that if your currency must be exchanged to Japanese yen, at any transit airport or Narita International Airport or Haneda Airport, Japan, soon after your arrival, it is quite difficult to exchange money after that due to no facilitate or time during the training program. More information about JICA Tsukuba, you can check our location, facility and services on our website, on social media, JICA Tsukuba website, here's the website, JICA Tsukuba Facebook, here's the Facebook. We post articles about KCCP on our Facebook page. Annex 1 checklist application materials for GRIPS PWRI Master's Program. Annex 2, Introduction for Inception Report. Annex 3, Course Schedule Tentative. For your reference, JICA and Capacity Development. Technical cooperation is people-to-people cooperation that supports partner countries in enhancing their comprehensive capacities to address development challenges by their own efforts. Instead of applying Japanese technology per se to partner countries, JICA's technical cooperation provides solutions that best fit for their needs by working with people living there. In the process, consideration is given to factors such as their regional characteristics, historical background, and languages. JICA does not limit its technical cooperation to human resources development. It offers multi-tiered assistance that also involves organizational strengthening, policy formulation, and institution building. Implementation methods for JICA's technical cooperation can be divided into two approaches. One is overseas cooperation by dispatching experts and volunteers in various development sectors to partner countries. The other is domestic cooperation by inviting participants from developing countries to Japan. The latter method of knowledge co-creation program, formerly called training program, and it's one of the core programs carried out in Japan by inviting officials from partner countries and with cooperation from domestic partners. The knowledge co-creation programs provide technical knowledge and practical solutions for the development issues in participating countries. The knowledge co-creation program, group and region focus, has long occupied an important place in JICA's operations. About 400 pre-organized courses cover a wide range of professional fields ranging from education, health, infrastructure, energy, trade, and finance, to agriculture, rural development, gender mainstreaming, and environmental protection. A variety of programs being customized by the different target organizations to address the specific needs, such as policy-making organizations, service provision organizations, as well as research and academic institutions. Some programs are organized to target a certain group of countries with similar development challenges. Japanese development experience. Japan, as the first known Western nations to become a developed country, built itself into a country that is free, peaceful, prosperous, and democratic while preserving its tradition. Japan will serve as one of the best examples for our partner countries to follow in their own development. For engineering, core technology to production management methods, most of the know-how that has enabled Japan to become what it is today has emanated from a process of adoption and adaptation, of course, has been accompanied by countless failures and errors behind the success stories. Through Japan's progressive adaptations and application of systems, methods, and technologies from the West in a way that is suited to its own circumstances, Japan has developed a storehouse of knowledge not found elsewhere, from unique systems or organizations, administration, and personal management, to such social systems as the livelihood improvement approach and governmental organization. It is not easy to apply such experiences to other countries where the circumstances differ, but the experiences can provide ideas and clues useful when devising measures to solve problems. JICA therefore would like to invite as many leaders of partners countries as possible to come and visit us, to mingle with the Japanese people and witness the advantages as well as the disadvantages of Japanese systems, so that integration in their findings might help them reach their developmental objectives. Here is JICA correspondence. For inquiries and further information, please contact the JICA office for the Embassy of Japan. Further address to correspondent to this link. And that is all.